Floz, welcome to not Flosstube but Stitch Babble! And I decided to create a section where we could just talk about cross-stitch related things, but different from the normal either traditional Flosstube or Stitch with me. You might not be able to see the actual stitching related items or accessories. This is where we just talk about anything intangible, I guess. Maybe it could be how I treat cross stitch as a hobby, or what I do, or how I decide to do certain things. So it's just babbling, talking, sort of like friends discussing about certain things rather than, you know, showing or displaying anything like that. I thought about being very presentable, very pretty, and do full-on makeup for this video, but I feel like this section is supposed to be casual. So, you know, hoodie, just a little bit of makeup, I guess, glasses, and just us chatting. Well, I'm chatting to a camera. So I guess this is the intro of Stitch Babble. Also, I've decided to do a little like know your cross stitcher or Flosstuber tag. I've listed some of the questions that I found on the internet. I guess it's from someone else tag. So I selected some of the questions from that, but I also added in some more cross-stitch related questions, because it's not just, you know who I am as a person, it's to know me as a cross-stitcher. So let's get into it. Where do you live? So right now I live in Melbourne, Victoria in Australia. I was born in China, and then I came here when I was 18, so now it's more than 10 years ago. I really like Melbourne. It's sometimes it's a little bit cold, even though I was originally from a colder area, but life is pretty good here. What kind of work do you do? I am a pharmacist. I have been a pharmacist for 4 years now. Obviously, like most of the other pharmacists, I started off in community pharmacy, but 2 years ago I left community pharmacy and got into industry. It's a pretty niche area as pharmacists go. The work is a bit more monotonous, but there's less retail component in my work, so I quite enjoy that. Do you have kids? I do not have kids. It's probably time to have kids now. Everything is established. I think if it wasn't for coronavirus, I might have got kids or been pregnant already. So hopefully when the situation is a bit more stable, we can start family planning or be serious about, you know, having kids. But I have a 4-legged greyhound. Her name is Amy. You might have seen her in some of the videos. I'll link it here. We have had her for about 6 years, well, almost 6 years. It's 5.5. We got her as our Christmas present almost 6 years ago, and she's our baby. What hobbies do you have besides stitching? I love playing games. I can't do shooting games. I enjoy RPGs more, so role play games. I enjoy stories in all kinds of games. I also love watching movies and series. I guess I just enjoy different experience doing things. In terms of movies and series, I can pretty much stomach most genres. Comedies are a bit hard for me to like because I find most of them very cringy. I think cultural differences probably didn't help either. So a lot of the humors that most English people find funny, I don't really get. What's your favorite cross-stitch designer? I guess in terms of my cross-stitch collection, I'd say Dimensions. This might change later, but for now I have more Dimensions kits than anything else, and that pretty much was because I bought a lot at the start and now I'm a bit more conscious of what I buy, so I didn't really increase my collection by that much. So just judging by my collection, I guess I'd say Dimensions. How long have you been cross-stitching for? I started last year in May. Sometime in May, I can't really remember the exact date. So I guess it's just a bit more than a year. Yeah, it has been a journey, I'd say. It's a great journey. What's your favorite starting method? My favorite starting method is loop method, but it only suits double strand counts. If it's not double strand, then it's pin stitch. What's your favorite finishing method? Pin stitch. I didn't like pin stitch, or I didn't know it existed before, but ever since I found that, I've been loving it because that means I don't have to flip my piece around and finish it that way. How many whips do you have? I have 3 whips right now. One is for my parents. It's called The Countryside by Max Stitch. You might have seen it a billion times. One is called Victorian Elegance. It is by Dimensions Gold Collection. It's done for myself because I just love the colors, love the aesthetics, and as you can see, the whole I guess interior is a bit more French provincial, so this piece also suits my house. Eventually when I'm done, I can just display it somewhere. And then another whips is for my husband JP. It is called Neural Stem Cell Electron Microscope, but technically according to him it should be fluorescent microscope. It is for him to decorate his desk. He said no rush, so I've just been taking time doing it. The way I do my whips is the Countryside will be for before I go to work, and the Victorian Elegance is after I finish work. If I have time, I'll work on it. The Neural Stem Cell is for the weekend. How many finishes do I have? Let me think. So I've sort of finished Wedding Ride by Imaginating. That's a gift, and I will fully finish it off at the dates for JP's friend's wedding. So that's one. I've also done, there's a Bothy Threads Christmas card. That one, when I bought it, I didn't realize it was actually a Christmas card, so it was quite dainty. But I finished it and made it into a little, I guess, Christmas decoration piece, and just simply framed it with a cheap photo frame. What else did I finish? I've also done Twilight Angel, by Dimensions Gold Collection. Also, I've done the 1935 Aston Martin, and it's framed and it's about to be given to my father-in-law. So I guess in that case, four whips. Hopefully there are many more to come. I guess that's all the questions for now. If there is anything you want to ask me, obviously leave me a comment. The next section I want to talk about is how much cross stitch means to me. I'm not trying to get deep and meaningful here. Cross stitch, it's something I thought I would never like. And I ended up doing it just by chance. And I always struggled to find hobbies, especially I'm from China. And when students were young, we were given very little time to explore what we like. So most of my hobbies were pretty much discovered when I got to Australia. A lot of the things I like to do tend to be sort of after I realized I was pretty good at them. Cross stitch is one of those things that I still like it, even though I know I'm not very good, or I might not have talents in doing it. Because it's quite special, so I really want to make sure that it's a very sustainable and long living hobby. So I guess that's one of the reasons why I decided to have a Flosstube channel, or it's a combined channel with my husband where I get to have my Flosstube section. And I think it also helps that, I just started off as well, so there are a lot of things I still need to learn, I still need to try out, and I get to record everything on YouTube. I guess, sometime down the track when I do have kids and I want to show them, this is how cross stitch should be done, I have some kind of evidence as well, so I can use my videos to show them. So I want to use my channel as a little, recorder to track how I've grown as a person and as a cross stitcher. I want to see improvement, and also I want to show how I treat cross stitch as a hobby. So then that goes to another question, what I can contribute to the Flosstube community. So what I've gained from doing cross stitch is I've got my little peace in doing it. Cross stitch makes me calm, it relaxes me, and it also gave me opportunity to connect with other people. I do that through Facebook, different Facebook groups, and I also do that through recording videos. Well, through subscribing to different Flosstube channels and Facebook groups, I really found a lot of encouragement and friendliness, and just how people are so nice in this community. I've heard and I've seen some other communities that can be very aggressive, competitive, and somewhat nasty and very critical, but cross stitch community is so nice. So I'm hoping by doing videos I can contribute a little bit to the cross stitch communities and to the Flosstube community as well. So my goal through doing videos is that I can show you a practical way of doing cross stitch and having cross stitch as a hobby, which means on this channel, at least for now, there won't be heaps of hauls, there won't be lots of whips, and obviously because I don't have, you know, a billion hours to stitch, I probably won't have as much progress as you'd like or I'd like. I just want to show you naturally how much one can stitch, you know, with having life, having other hobbies, having a full-time job, and maybe down the track having kids. And you don't really need another channel to, you know, show you what's out there. You know what's out there. There are so many choices. People tend to be very indecisive in choosing things rather than, you know, oh, I haven't found this, I haven't found that. So you don't need another channel to tempt you in buying things. I'd rather just show you, you know, my improvement, so we get to improve together. You know, the new skills that I've learned or the new techniques I've developed myself or from watching other people's videos. So I'd rather this channel be a channel of improvement and growth and practicality rather than following trends, just like any other channels, or like trying to blend in. I just want to be myself, I guess, in this little world that belongs to me. So you might find that boring, I'm sorry, but that's how it is. I don't have a huge collection. I don't have a billion things I work on. I don't have those tags or those designers that everyone loves. Well, not yet. I guess eventually I'll choose something I really like and work on it, but I'd rather work on it because I fell in love with this particular piece rather than I need to get onto that tag and have other people know that, oh, I jumped on the wagon. So I hope through me doing this will help some other people that are starting out. I will show you the imperfections, I will show you my struggles. I want to record all the, I guess, real happiness and difficulties in doing cross stitch as a hobby. Because, you know, there are so many people out there, so experienced, they'll tell you everything you need to know. You don't need to have me pretending to be, you know, one of those pros. So I'll just be here doing my thing, and I also want to use this channel as a platform for me to be creative from time to time, which means I might not do, you know, all the videos that other people do. If I suddenly have an idea, I'll create a video. It might be a very weird one compared to other people's video, but I hope I'll have fun making it and you'll have fun watching it. So as an intro video, I hope this tells you how I am as a person and what you can expect from this channel. And that's it. Because, I mean, cross stitch or any hobby, it's supposed to be something you enjoy rather than something you have to get good at, right? I hope you've enjoyed listening to me babble. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoy your cross stitch. I hope you enjoy your hobbies. I hope you're happy, you're safe, and I'll see you next time.